Jalen Royals out of Utah State exploded onto the scene with his first 1,000-yard season in 2023 and continued to develop in this past season, where he led college football in touchdowns over 50 yards. A fantastic deep threat with true long speed and incredible contested catch ability. He has some deficiencies to his game as he struggles getting off the line of scrimmage, but could this be the next deep threat to take the NFL by storm? If you enjoy this content, please consider liking and subscribing, but let's get a little bit deeper into Jalen Royals. The main thing that excites you when you watch Royals film is that true long speed to be able to win as a deep threat on the outside. He had 7 touchdowns of 50 plus yards in the past season, which led college football as a whole. And this showcases elite ball tracking skills as well. And this is the crucial thing with Royals. It's not just about the long speed. We've seen even faster players come into the NFL but be unable to succeed because they can't track the ball in the air and they're not physical enough to actually grab it when it comes to them. But this is something that I also saw in his game. Royals has incredible contested catch skills, which come from the fact that he is a hands catcher. He's someone willing to extend to the football rather than let the football come to him. This just makes him an elite deep threat who can work on the boundary, run deep, and go over the top of defenders to secure the football. And this is something which is going to mean that you have a role in the NFL for as long as you're healthy and producing. This is a skill set that every single team wants and needs. The ability to take the top off the defense or to threaten taking the top off the defense to create room for other receivers underneath. The other thing with Royals is that I think the burst and agility off the line match the long speed. I think he's someone that can explode with a lot of sudden quickness off the line, meaning that he can win earlier in the route, even if he didn't do so that often in college as he wasn't running a full route tree. Then, I think a really crucial thing, because he's only 6 foot and just under 200 pounds, but I think he plays bigger than this frame. I think he has the ability to shake off tacklers and break through tackles for extra yards after the catch. And this is something that I loved about watching him. He was used primarily as a deep threat in college, but I think he has some sneaky ability to work underneath in the slot with that sudden burst of agility off the line and that sneaky ability to gain some yards after the catch. However, there are some weaknesses to Royals' game. When I watched him, I noticed that he can struggle with physicality at the line of scrimmage. And keep this in mind that he hasn't played against that elite of an opposition. So when he gets into the NFL and plays against more physical corners, this could be even more of a problem. And this was interesting because it contrasted to his ability to play beyond his frame when he has the ball in his hands. I think he needs to be taught a bit more proper hand usage getting off the line to enable him to be able to win earlier in the route rather than relying on that long speed. The other thing is concentration drops. You can see sometimes that he is starting to think, if he's working short or intermediate, about what he's going to do next, and this just means that he's not able to secure the catch. This is something that a lot of rookies struggle with and something that an NFL team will be able to coach out of you. The main concern with him, though, and this is a lot of the case when you see rookies coming out of smaller schools, is I don't think he's shown a truly developed route tree in the short and intermediate game. Those 7 touchdowns of 50 plus yardage are amazing, but this is predominantly the way that he was used in college. I would have loved to have seen him just work some slants, work some more intermediate routes, work some comebacks and some digs, but we just didn't see it that much in college. Now, watching the nuances of his game and the explosivity, and I think he is a good route runner, I think he will be able to do this when he gets to the NFL. I would just love to have more evidence of my eyes to be able to have seen him do it already while in college. The playstyle comparison was a really interesting one here, and I think I've gone for a name that most people won't be considering. I considered Jaden Reed in terms of someone who's able to be lineup versatile but able to win deep, but Jaden Reed plays way too much time out of the slot for him to be a true playstyle comparison. I've actually gone with Rashee Rice. I think Royals' yards after the catch ability is really sneaky, and Rice came in with a lot of athleticism, but we didn't quite know that what kind of weapon he was going to be when he got into the NFL. I can see Royals able to adapt his skill set to be that more shifty, explosive underneath threat with the ability to go deep, and I think this will be huge for his future in the NFL. In terms of projected draft value, he's currently projected to go towards the back of the second or perhaps the early third. I wouldn't be surprised to see him rise up boards if he can break about 4.35 in the 40 at the combine. But I think that the kind of group of wide receivers that we have around this range is going to be very different on a lot of different teams' boards. Then projected rookie draft value. This is someone that could challenge for about wide receiver 4 or 5, and in one quarterback leagues could be going towards the back of the first round. I would probably have him a little bit later, just because there's some other receivers with a more well-rounded skill set that I prefer in that range. The same for Superflex. I would expect 2 or 3 quarterbacks to be going ahead of him, potentially 4 if there's someone that rises up boards that we're not expecting right now outside of the consensus top 3. But I think the middle of the second round will be about right for him in Superflex rookie drafts. Let me know your thoughts on Royals down below in the comments, and please consider liking and subscribing to see all of the rest of the rookie content available on my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.